A single charge can change the outcome in an instant. There is no room for mistakes. Only speed, strength, and strategy determine the result. Even the most formidable predators must face opponents that refuse to give in. Yet even the dominant hunters do not prevail every time. What happens when the world's most dangerous predators meet on the same battlefield of survival? Across Africa's open woodlands, adult giraffes stand out for their exceptional height and massive size. Their long legs not only provide a wide view of the surroundings, but also deliver powerful kicks that make many predators think twice. For lions, a giraffe is a high-risk but high-reward target. A successful hunt depends on patience and choosing the right moment. That opportunity comes when a giraffe approaches the water's edge. To drink, it must spread its front legs wide and lower its neck, leaving it less able to move away quickly for a brief moment. As the giraffe lowers its head, the distance closes even more. A lion quietly moves in, trying to get closer without being noticed too soon. By the time the giraffe senses the danger, its safety margin has almost disappeared. A short pursuit begins across the plain. The lioness uses a burst of speed to close the gap, while nearby lions begin moving in from different directions. As the giraffe slows, the closest lions continue to narrow its options, making an escape increasingly difficult. On the African plains, the greatest challenges are rarely overcome through strength alone. Patience and teamwork are what create a lasting advantage. Lions do not always choose to challenge a full-grown giant. When the opportunity arises, a more practical target is often a young giraffe that still depends on its mother's protection. Lions can improve their chances by applying pressure from several directions at once. Some move in toward the mother from the front, while others shift along her flanks. At the same time, additional lions quietly circle to the side, looking for the least protected angle to approach the calf. The formation gradually closes in. Pressure from multiple directions forces the mother to keep turning, making it harder to focus on every threat. If even a small opening appears, the calf can become separated from its mother's protection. As the dry season spreads across East Africa, more than 1 million wildebeest begin a migration that stretches for hundreds of miles, the largest land migration on Earth. They rely on their numbers, endurance, and tight formations to reduce the risk of predation. But every river along the route becomes a demanding test. Beneath the murky water waits the Nile crocodile, one of Africa's largest ambush predators. Adults can grow over 16 feet long and weigh more than 1,600 pounds. Rather than chasing prey, they can remain perfectly still for long periods, surging forward only when a target comes within range. Their success depends on patience, surprise, and an exceptionally powerful bite. As the first wildebeest enter the water, the calm quickly disappears. Hundreds of hooves churn the river, while clouds of mud reduce visibility. In the confusion, even one animal that hesitates or changes direction can disrupt the movement of those behind it. That is when the crocodile makes its move. A short burst from close range allows it to quickly secure its target, taking advantage of the chaos of the river crossing. For the migrating herd, every animal is driven by the promise of fresh grazing lands. For the crocodile, each river season brings an opportunity it has waited for. In the wild, success does not always belong to the one that moves the most, but to the one with the patience to act at exactly the right moment. Not every crocodile ambush takes place in the middle of a river. In another situation, an animal weakened near the water's edge can give a crocodile the chance to move in from close range. For an ambush predator like the crocodile, conserving energy is a major advantage. As the animal lingers near the shoreline, the crocodile quietly leaves its hiding place and slowly closes the distance. Its massive body glides across the muddy bank as the gap steadily narrows. The antelope notices the danger, but no longer has enough time to react. The advantage shifts to the predator. Once the distance disappears, the crocodile surges forward in a short burst. Its exceptionally powerful jaws quickly secure the animal and pull it back toward the water. In a matter of moments, the advantage on land gives way to the crocodile's home environment. In the world of cheetahs, speed is their greatest advantage, but also their greatest limitation. After bursts approaching 70 miles per hour, their bodies quickly burn through energy and need time to recover. That is why not every animal on the plains is a suitable target. Across the African grasslands, an adult zebra is often too large and too risky for a cheetah. Weighing up to 900 pounds with powerful muscles and strong kicks, every close approach carries significant risk. As a result, cheetahs usually focus on young zebras traveling near the edge of the herd. As the herd comes into view, the chase begins. Several cheetahs move in from different directions, making it difficult for the young zebra to maintain a steady path. Once the distance closes, one cheetah rushes in and briefly secures the young animal. The greatest challenge comes when the mother turns back to defend her foal. She immediately charges into the confrontation. Her determined counterattacks force the cheetah holding the foal to let go, while the other cheetahs continue trying to maintain pressure. After several defensive charges, the mother gradually falls back as closing the distance to the group of cheetahs becomes increasingly difficult. On the African plains, this is more than a contest between speed and strength. It is also a clash between the coordinated strategy of the hunting group and a mother's instinct to protect her young. Across the African plains, the African buffalo is one of the most formidable grazing animals. An adult can weigh around 2,000 pounds with a solid horn shield and enough strength to make even lions approach with caution. But buffalo calves face a different challenge. From the very beginning of life, they must quickly find their footing and stay close to the herd to reduce the risk of attack. Dark, hunched silhouettes soon appear. Spotted hyenas are quick to notice a young or weakened calf in a vulnerable position. The mother buffalo steps between her calf and the hyenas moving closer. The hyenas do not rush in all at once. Instead, they keep circling the pair, forcing the mother to constantly change the direction of her defense. They patiently shift positions, waiting for an opening. Each time a hyena moves in, the mother responds with determination. Repeated approaches can gradually increase the distance between her and the calf. Once their formation is disrupted, the advantage quickly shifts toward the predators. Across the plains, this is more than a contest of strength. It is a reminder that in the natural world, even the smallest opening can shape the outcome. Across the vast African savannas, African wild dogs stand out for their remarkable endurance and highly coordinated pack hunting. Under the right conditions, their teamwork and ability to sustain a pursuit make them among the most successful hunters on the continent. This time, the target is an adult warthog, a formidable opponent. Weighing around 300 pounds, with sharp tusks and impressive acceleration, it is an animal that many predators approach with caution. Its greatest advantage, however, is its network of burrows. Reaching the entrance of a burrow can greatly improve its chances of escape. The wild dogs quickly spread out around the warthog. Some move in from the front, while others approach from both sides and behind. Each advance is meant to maintain pressure and gradually wear the warthog down. Under constant pressure, it finally reaches the safety of a burrow. But the pursuit is not over. Several wild dogs take turns digging around the burrow entrance, gradually widening the disturbed ground in front of it. After a prolonged effort to keep up the pressure, the advantage slowly shifts to the pack, and the pursuit eventually comes to an end. On the African plains, success does not belong only to the fastest or the strongest. It also belongs to those who work together and make the best use of their surroundings. On the African savanna, a single mistake can change everything. Among the dry grass and low thorny shrubs, an African rock python and a honey badger find themselves in a tense encounter. The African rock python is one of the continent's largest reptiles, growing over 16 feet long and weighing around 100 pounds. It relies on powerful coils to restrain its target. The honey badger, by contrast, weighs only about 35 pounds, but is well known for its determination, strong claws, powerful bite, and thick, loose skin that allows it to twist with remarkable agility. Rather than meeting the python head-on, the honey badger constantly changes direction, looking for a way to reach the python's head, where it can reduce the risk of a direct bite. But once the python wraps several coils around its opponent, the advantage quickly shifts. The tightening coils gradually leave the honey badger in a more difficult position. The struggle soon attracts a black-backed jackal. Its arrival forces the python to respond to an additional threat. In that brief moment, the honey badger takes advantage of the distraction, slips free from the coils, and quickly moves toward the python's head. The jackal also attempts to move closer, but the honey badger maintains its advantage and pulls the python away from the area. On the savanna, the outcome is shaped not only by the two opponents, but also by the unexpected variables of the surrounding ecosystem. Across the semi-arid regions of southern Africa, the Cape cobra is one of the area's most venomous snakes. A single, well-placed bite can quickly reduce an opponent's ability to move. Yet for the mongoose, this snake is a familiar part of its diet. When they meet, the Cape cobra repeatedly delivers lightning-fast strikes, forcing the mongoose to react instantly. To stay safe, the mongoose relies on its compact size, quick reflexes, and exceptional agility to avoid each strike. Rather than rushing straight in, the mongoose keeps moving in wide arcs, forcing the snake to turn its head and constantly adjust its position. Every missed strike requires the cobra to reset, creating another opportunity for the mongoose to continue testing its defenses. When an opening finally appears, the mongoose moves in and gains control of the snake near the head. A reptile that commands caution from many other animals ultimately becomes a food source for another predator. In the natural world, victory does not always belong to the animal with the most dangerous weapon. More often, it belongs to the one that combines quick reflexes, adaptability, and patience at exactly the right moment. After every encounter, success is shaped by adaptation, strategy, and the instinct to survive. Each species has its own way of finding a place within the ecosystem. Prey searches for every chance to avoid danger, while predators patiently wait for the right opportunity. There is no absolute ruler in the wild, only those that know how to use their advantages at the right moment. Be sure to like and subscribe to discover more of nature's most remarkable stories of survival.